3, 2, 1.
What up, Falcons Nation, Rise Up Nation? It's your boy Jazzy Jeff. Real talk, no gimmicks. Bring that real Falcons talk to real Falcons fans. And if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for future content. Now, the Atlanta Falcons beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 21-14. Should we be happy that we beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, or should we be concerned about the quality of our wins? How about both? How about perspective? How about, yes, I'm happy that we win. We should never want to tank. We should never want to lose. Anyone who does that has a loser mentality. You can miss me with that. Ask the New York Jets if their top 5 picks every year ever pan out to be anything. No, because they have a culture of losing. I don't want a culture of losing. That's the whole reason we got rid of Dan Quinn. Mediocrity out the door. TD, mediocrity out the door. Bringing Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot. We're supposed to change the culture. So how are we going to change the culture if we're going to go back to losing on purpose? Like, we shouldn't be losing. We should be going up, not down. So I want to win the game, but at the same time, I can critique the team. That's called perspective, objectivity. Sometimes Falcons fans want to live in this kind of fake reality where everything is sunshines and rainbows, and if we dare criticize any Falcons win, we're all of a sudden labeled haters. No, there's a difference between hating and objectivity. And if you want to live in fantasy land, you can miss me with that too. So let's get down to this game. 21-14, Matt Ryan only throws 190 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Now, what sticks out to me is Cordell Patterson is clearly the best player on our team. That is concerning to me. I love that he's doing great, but it's concerning to me that we got a guy who's been his whole career special teams all-pro specialist, and he's a journeyman, and he's older, and he somehow is the best player, offensive player on our team. Now, I know Calvin Ridley's missing, but Kyle Pitts, first overall pick, highest tight end drafted in NFL history. And Cordell Patterson comes back, and he's immediately the best player on our team. Gage and Zacchaeus, they can't cut the mustard. They can't get separation. They clearly cannot be number 1s and number 2s. They clearly need Calvin Ridley to gain that separation, and so does Kyle Pitts. So for those saying Kyle Pitts is already a bust, you can't say that, because when Calvin Ridley was in the game, Kyle Pitts was doing a lot better. And back then, even the play calling was shit, but Kyle Pitts is still doing better. So I think if Ridley comes back, Kyle Pitts gets better play calls, the offensive line protects Matt Ryan better like they're doing, then we can have an actual conversation about how good Kyle Pitts is. So we're going to put that on the shelf for now. But I can't fully pop the champagne when every single win we have is versus a sub-500 team. And every time we play a team above 500, we get our asses whooped. If you are going to miss that fact, then I don't know what games you're watching. Because if y'all talking about Falcons going to make the playoffs, oh, we're still in the playoff hunt, guess what? Every single team in the playoffs is going to have an above 500 record. There is no cupcakes in the playoffs. So we are going to be first round exits if this is all we can do. I need to see a quality win. Beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then we can talk about how good this Falcons team is or how good they can be. But right now, it's clearly smoke and mirrors to me. It's a fool's gold mentality to think that, because, yeah, we're hyping them up. We just won another game. But then what happens if we get our asses busted by the Buccaneers? We're going to be back to bitching on Twitter about how bad the Falcons are and how we need to tear this team apart. So, guys, the word of the day is perspective. Stop celebrating and popping champagne when the Falcons win, and then stop saying the world is over when the Falcons lose and fire everybody and new quarterback, draft a whole bunch of new players. Guys, it's perspective. It's okay to celebrate a win, but at the same time still critique this team. Now, in this game, speaking about Kyle Pitts, the whole game, Arthur Smith, it took you to the end of the second quarter to get Kyle Pitts' first target. And I was telling people on Twitter that You need to force the issue. I don't care if he's double covered. You know how many rookies are double covered and still get the job done? Jalen Waddle, double covered every game. He doesn't have a lot of support around him. He has nobody around him. And he has Tua throwing him the ball. He still gets the job done because they still force the issue. Jamar Chase gets double every game, still forces the issue. So many other rookies that are getting the job done even though they're double covered. Now, a lot of people on Twitter want to confuse force the issue and force feed Kyle Pitts. Now, there's a difference, and if you don't know the difference, I'll explain it to you. Force the issue means you pick your spot when you think it's there, and you throw it in a spot that is high enough where if it misses, it's going to be an incomplete or it's going to be a reception. It's not going to be an interception. It does not mean no matter what happens, no matter what the play is, no matter what the down and distance is, throw it to Kyle Pitts, 10, 11, 12 target. That's not what I'm saying. That's force feeding. Forcing the issue means don't be so afraid because of the double coverage that you ignore him the entire game and you feed right into the defensive hands. And it makes it so much easier for the Jacksonville Jaguars to defend us because they already know Zacchaeus and Gage are not going to get separation. That's what they know. And if you're going to double Kyle Pitts, it's so much easier to play defense. Game last night, Seahawks versus Washington. They doubled Metcalf, and for some reason, Russell Wilson was so afraid to go to him the entire game. By the time it was the fourth quarter, Metcalf saw his first target. By that time, it was too late. There's a difference between forcing into double coverage when it's clearly not there and there's nothing. The play itself is impossible to fit into him versus Kyle Pitts is a beat on him and Matt Ryan thinks he can force it into a window. Even though it's double coverage, you can force it into a window before the safety gets there and fit it perfectly in a spot where only Kyle Pitts can get it. And you select your spots. Sometimes you gotta go for it. And I don't mean force feed because people want to jump all over me. Oh, Jazzy Jeff, the moment they threw it to Kyle Pitts, Matt Ryan threw an interception. So you're telling me that for the rest of the game we should never throw Kyle Pitts a target because he's double covered? How many times was Julio Jones double covered in his career? How many times? And Matt Ryan still threw him the ball, right? He still forced the issue, right? Because great players make great plays. And if he's as great as he says he is, you got to at least try. You cannot stay away from him the entire game. I'm not saying throw stupid passes. I'm saying you got to at least try. Matt Ryan didn't play the best game in the world, and you can't blame the offensive line because the offensive line actually blocked this game. So I don't want to hear that excuse. Yes, Matt Ryan's been struggling. Yes, we don't have Calvin Ridley. Yes, it's easier to roll the coverage over to Kyle Pitts. Yes, Gage and Zacchaeus don't get separation. But at the same time, when Matt Ryan had time and I saw guys open, Matt Ryan missed a couple throws. He's got to play better. Matt Ryan's better than this, and stop making excuses for him as well. Now, does that make me a hater to say that? No, it makes me objective to point out the actual facts of the case. My favorite part of this game, though, was the defense. No Deion Jones, and James Robinson has been doing well on a lot of people despite Jacksonville's games lately. But we held down James Robinson pretty well this game. He didn't go off on us. I think he only had like 80 yards rushing, and he really didn't make any noise. And I was worried, especially without Deion Jones, that we were going to struggle. So it was definitely good to see that. Duron Harmon with the interception, that was nice to see. I really thought the run game was there, and it's crazy to say that Cordell Patterson is the best player on our team, and he's a journeyman All-Pro kick return specialist, not even known for his running, and he's older, and he's the best player on our team. Our running back stable is literally journeyman, older journeyman, older journeyman, older journeyman. Mike Davis, Gallman, Patterson. We have to improve it. That we want to keep Patterson because we have learned. That's why I want to credit Arthur Smith because he's figured out a way that other teams haven't to actually use him. So those are times when I want to credit Arthur Smith. But there's times when Arthur Smith calls the dumbest plays I've ever seen in my entire life, and that's when I can't stand Arthur Smith. So if he just cleans that part up and realizes that we don't have Derrick Henry and he's got to call this game differently, we'll be in a better spot. But shout out to him for making Cordell Patterson an actual weapon. It's crazy that he is. But it's clear to me that defense, defense needs to go in the draft. I'm talking defensive tackle, edge, another cornerback opposite of A.J. Terrell. A.J. Terrell's doing his thing, Pro Bowl. And yeah, an offensive line. And if you wanna take a late round flyer on a quarterback, or maybe wait till next year, you could do that. But that's not a top need. It's on the list, but it's not a top need. So there's a lot of things to like about this game, but at the same time, I'm concerned that it is against another sub 500 team. I need to see a competitive, quality win versus a winning team. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. So if you like my video, please hit subscribe and like the video down below. Please comment. Or if you don't like this video and you said, oh, Jazzy Jeff, you just nothing but a hater, man. You can't celebrate nothing. Let me know either way in the comment section below. And thank you for watching my video. It's your boy, Jazzy Jeff. Real talk, no gimmicks. And my man Leo in the background. And we're out of this thing.